What if everything you've been taught about history is incomplete? What if there was once a powerful global civilization, erased from the history books?
A civilization known as Tartaria.
Some say it was the greatest empire the world has ever seen. Others say it never existed at all.
But why do old maps label vast regions as Tartary?
Why do massive, mysterious buildings appear across continents with no clear origin?
And why is this topic spreading like wildfire across the internet? Right, East Evolve. Tonight, we uncover the mystery. Was Tartaria real, or just a modern myth?
The word Tartary appears on many European maps from the 16th to 19th centuries. It referred to a vast region stretching across parts of Asia, including Siberia, Central Asia, and Mongolia.
But here's the truth most people don't realize. Tartary wasn't an empire.
It was a catch-all term used by Europeans to describe lands they didn't fully understand.
The people who lived there were often called Tartars.
A name applied broadly to different nomadic groups, including the Mongols and Turkic tribes.
So, historically speaking, there is no verified record of a unified Tartarian Empire ruling the world. But that hasn't stopped the theory.
In recent years, the idea of a hidden Tartarian Empire has exploded online. According to the theory, Tartaria was a highly advanced civilization, more advanced than anything we know today. They supposedly had free energy systems, advanced architecture, a global network of cities. Imagine the possibilities of what was lost.
And then, they vanished, erased from history after a mysterious event often called the Mud Flood. One of the most popular claims is the Mud Flood.
Supporters point to buildings around the world with partially buried ground floors. Here, the ground floor is buried in meters of sediment. It suggests a cataclysm buried them all.
They ask, why do so many old buildings appear sunken? The ground around them rises over centuries, from dust, debris, and new construction, gradually burying their foundations.
The answer? A massive global catastrophe buried entire cities, wiping out Tartarian civilization.
But historians and archaeologists offer a simpler explanation.
Over time, cities rise. Streets get repaved. Ground levels increase. Buildings get renovated. What looks like buried structures is often just normal urban development over centuries. Another major claim is that many historic buildings were not built by the civilizations we credit.
Instead, they were inherited from Tartaria.
History's greatest examples include grand cathedrals, symbols of faith and skill, monuments to power and order.
and old world fairs, celebrations of progress and unity.
The argument? These structures are too advanced for their time. But in reality,
We have detailed records, blueprints, and photographs showing their construction. Take the World's Fairs of the 1800s.
yes, the buildings were massive and beautiful. But many were temporary structures made from plaster and wood. They only looked like ancient stone masterpieces. So if there's little historical evidence, why is the Tartaria theory so popular?
The answer lies in human psychology.
People are naturally drawn to hidden knowledge.
Secret histories, the idea that they don't want you to know. Powerful forces have buried the truths, for discovery cannot deter truths.
In a world where trust in institutions is declining, alternative explanations become more appealing.
And sometimes, real historical gaps and mysteries create space for speculation.
Let's break it down clearly. Tartary was a real term used on historical maps. It appeared on maps for centuries, denoting a vast region of northern and central Asia.
The Tartarian Empire was a global power, its advanced technology lost to time. Its grand architecture and maps reveal a forgotten world of energy and mystery. Old buildings can appear buried due to changing ground levels.
A worldwide mud flood erased a civilization.
History is complex and sometimes incomplete.
All mainstream history is a coordinated lie, fabricated to control the minds of the masses. The real truth has been hidden for millennia.
The story of Tartaria is fascinating. It mixes real history with imagination. It challenges us to question what we know. But it also reminds us
That not every mystery is a conspiracy. Sometimes the truth is less dramatic, but no less powerful.
So next time you see an ancient map labeled Tartary, ask yourself, is this evidence of a lost empire?
Or simply a glimpse into how people once understood the world? Through rituals and the stars, they sought meaning in the cosmos, a legacy of wonder. The answer might say more about us today than the past itself.